Hello student, let's we see the lesson number 5, that is India, our beautiful country. Student, as we know, we live in India which is very beautiful country. In the previous lesson we have learned about the all landforms of our India. By that we can understand India is very beautiful country. Just see, learn the songs that follows the sing and sing it in the assembly. Student, now you are at your homes, so you cannot come here for the assembly. When you will come, that time I'll take this song in the assembly. See which song is here. सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदोस्ता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हम बुलबुले हैं इसकी हम बुलबुले हैं इसकी ये गुलसिता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदोस्ता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा। ये आपको पूरा सॉन्ग लर्न करना है और असेंबली में गाना है. When you will come here in the school, that time we will take your practice. Say the student, this song has shown the many varieties, it has shown that India is the most beautiful country in the world. तो यहाँ क्या बताया, पूरे वर्ल्ड में ये हमारा कंट्री हिंदुस्तान में इट इज़ आवर कंट्री नेम. So it is very beautiful. Okay, our motherland India is a very big and beautiful country. Which is our motherland? India. Our motherland India is very big and beautiful country. India is located in the southern part of the continent of Asia. As we have learned that in a world there are 7 continents, and in that 7 continents Asia is the biggest continent, and in this Asia India is present at the southern part. Okay, India stretches for the 3214 kilometers from north to south. Okay, I'll show you that India stretches from north, means from the upside to the downside. This is the north, this one is the north point, and this is the south point of our India. So this will be the distance, that is 3214 kilometers. Okay, keep in mind that India stretches for 3214 kilometers from north to south and 2933 kilometers from east to west, which is the east, from east to west. I'll show you from east to west. This distance is 2933 kilometers. It is the 7th largest country in the world. It is the 7th largest country in the world. India shares its borders. Which are these borders? Its borders with which these are the India's borders. So these borders shares with which countries, that we have to see, that is Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar and Bangladesh. These how many countries were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 countries border touches to our India. As well as Sri Lanka and Maldives are the Iceland neighbors across high seas. Okay, these are the islands. India has a variety of landforms. Some states are close to the water bodies while others are far. some areas have hills, mountains, and plains that we have seen. Rocky lands and sandy lands are also found in different parts of India. Look at the map of our country. There is a variety of landforms which are shown in different colors. Let's read about them in detail. Here it has shown the mountains, then see here some colors where there here mountains, this one is the color of mountain, then plains, then plateaus and desert. Means these all landforms are present in our India. You can see it in detail, then you will understand. These are the preferences, that is mountains, plains, plateaus and desert. Where are the mountains? See here some portion are shown of Jammu Kashmir, and this one Arunachal Pradesh. Plains are here. See where are the lot of rivers? There are the rivers flowing from that region, from the plain region. It has shown here, that is Yamuna, Ganga, then Gandak. These are the Ghagra. These are the all rivers. Here Brahmaputra, which are flowing from the plains. Here some plains were shown in the Gujarat, some part of Gujarat, some part of the Maharashtra, then Kerala, Tamil Nadu, some parts has shown that plains are available. Then plateaus, much of part has a plateaus. What I have told you, plateaus having the rich in the minerals. They are rich in the minerals like gold, silver, iron, carbon. These minerals present in the plateaus, and somewhere deserts are there. Deserts has shown as faint yellow color. So here some part of Madhya Pradesh, somewhere has shown it is. You have to see in detail in your book. It has shown. Okay. Next. Sorry. The northern mountains we have to see. Which are the northern mountains? Here, this is the part of northern India. This one is a part of northern India, which is situated at the north side. So we have to see the northern mountains. The Himalayan ranges from the northern mountains of India as well as the northern boundary. Northern boundary, जो ये boundary है country की, तो ये पूरी बाउंड्री पे क्या है, माउंटेन रेंजेस आर प्रेजेंट देयर. Himalayan mountain ranges. They extend from Jammu and Kashmir in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east. Most of its high peaks remain covered with snow throughout the year. The Ganga, Yamuna, Satluj, Brahmaputra rivers originated in these mountains. However, down the mountain slope are foothills. They are generally covered with thick forest. The central and southern part of India have hills. The Vindhya and Satpura ranges are the central part of India. The Nilgiri hills are in the South India. See, Vindhya and Satpura, they are present in the central part here. Okay. And at the south part, which are the present Nilgiri hills are present there. So what we have learned here, the northern mountains already that we have seen, that it has extended from Jammu Kashmir to the Arunachal Pradesh, from north to the east. These are called as Himalayan ranges. Okay. Next, the plains. So mountains, do you understand? Here some information has given you, that is the the Himalayas have a three ranges. Himalayas have a three ranges, that's Himadri, the Great Himalayas, Himachal, the Middle Himalayas, and Shivalik means the Lesser Himalayas. Mountain range having the three ranges. Okay, Himalaya के ये three ranges है, Himadri, Himachal and Shivalik. Okay, So these are present here from the north to the east. Where I have shown, these are the Himalayan ranges. Okay, which one is bigger, means the greatest? Himalaya it's there, that is called as Himadri. Middle Himalaya ranges are called as Himachal, and Shivalik means the lesser Himalayas. Understood? So you have to keep in mind, that is all the rivers, which are the rivers are shown, most peak remains covered with the snow. As I have told you, which are the peaks? Here are the peaks, means points. Here some points I shown you. I will change the color, then you will understand. Okay, so here I show you, these are the points. Okay, top of the mountains are called as peaks. Here peaks are there, these are always remain covered with the snow. Sorry. So whenever there is a summer season, that time it case flows down with the in the form of rivers. Which rivers are there originated from these Himalayas range, that is Ganga, Yamuna, Satluj and Brahmaputra. These all rivers are the very biggest river in our India. Understood? So keep in mind, Ganga, Yamuna, Satluj and Brahmaputra rivers originate in these mountains. Okay, the source of these rivers is a Himalayan ranges. Okay, next what we have to see, that is the plains. We have seen the landform of plain. Plain means this is the flat and level land, and it is a fertile land. The Great Plains of India are very fertile. They lie to south of Himalayas. They extend from Punjab in the west to Assam in the east, आसाम के ईस्ट में, पंजाब के वेस्ट में एंड हिमालयाज के साउथ में. ओके, इट एक्सटेंड फ्रॉम पंजाब इन वेस्ट टू आसाम ईस्ट. So they are also referred to as a Gangetic plains. We have to see the plains. The Great Plains of India are very fertile. They lie to the south of the Himalayas. They extend from Punjab in the east to Assam in the west. They are also referred to as a Gangetic plains. The Ganga and Yamuna rivers flow through these plains and make this region perfect for growing food grains. The plains along with the eastern and the western coast form a coastal plain. They are also called fertile. The Narmada, Tapi, Mahanandi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri rivers flows through these plains and fall into the sea. Plains are always thickly populated as enough food crops are grown here. See the student, we have to see about the plains. The Great Plains of India are very fertile. जो Great Plains है वो क्या है? Very fertile means it is having the very good land. It is having good soil. It is very useful to grow the crop in it. So they lie to the south of Himalayas. Where it is? In the south of Himalayas. They extended from Punjab in the west to Assam in the east. Punjab in the west and to Assam in the east. पंजाब के वेस्ट से लेकर असम के ईस्ट तक ये फैला हुआ है प्लेन. They are also referred to as a Gangetic plains. इसे हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं इन मराठी? गंगेचं खोरं म्हणतात त्याला, मीन्स Gangetic plains. The Ganga and Yamuna rivers flow through these plains and make this region perfect for growing food grains. We have learned in the science that is how soil gets formed, and these means rivers help to make that fertile region, means they are with them they are flowing the lot of stones, and that stones becomes because of rubbing that stones in the flow, it becomes very small particles, means it becomes slow soil. So this river is a this region is very perfect for growing the food grains. The plains along the eastern and western coast, from the coastal plains, they are also fertile. Coastal plain means which is near to the sea. It is this one is the coastal area near to the seas. ये कोस्टल एरिया भी क्या है, सीज एंड नियर टू द रिवर्स, व्हाट वी सेड दैट इज किनारा. ओके, सो दीज कोस्टल प्लेन्स मतलब आपको कैसे, हाँ समझ में आया ही होगा कि जो सीज के किनारों पे या रिवर के किनारों पे जो भी प्लेन्स तैयार हुए हैं उसे कहते हैं कोस्टल प्लेन्स. दे आर आल्सो फर्टाइल. द नर्मदा, तापी, महानंदी, गोदावरी, कृष्णा एंड कावेरी रिवर्स फ्लोज through these plains and fall into the sea. Okay, the plains are always thickly populated as enough food crops are grow here. See student, why it is always populated? Because when as I have told you that when rivers are flowing, that time they are with them they are bringing the soil and many essential minerals in it and deposited at the coastal area. So these coastal areas becomes the coastal plains which are very fertile. Populated areas were there because population need, means all the human being need that food and water. So it will get here in the enough amount. So they were situated there. Okay, do you get it? Okay, we have to go towards the next point. The eastern and the western Ghats. The eastern and western Ghats are ranges of mountains which lie to the east and west of the Deccan Plateau. The eastern Ghats are marked with valleys made by the rivers like Mahanandi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. But the western Ghats are the continuous range. Since the western Ghats are higher, they receive more rainfall, which leads to more vegetation. Both the Ghats meet at Nilgiri mountains. See here the eastern and the western Ghats we have to see. Where are these Ghats? The eastern and the western Ghats are ranges of the mountain. Eastern and western Ghats are ranges of the mountains. वहाँ पे क्या होते हैं? Lining of the mountains both है, which lie to the east and west of the Deccan Plateau. The eastern Ghats are marked with the valleys made by some rivers like Mahanandi. What I have told you before, that how that valleys will be appear. Valleys in between two hills and mountains, valleys are there. Valleys are of V-shaped and most of the rivers flows through these valleys. Here what you have given, the eastern Ghats are marked with the valleys made by the some rivers like महानंदी. ये जो वैलीज़ है वो किसकी वजह से ये हुआ? वैलीज़ महानंदी, गोदावरी, कृष्णा एंड कावेरी की वजह से. ये सभी नदियों के नाम हैं. बट द वेस्टर्न घाट्स आर द कंटिन्यूस रेंजेस. तो यहाँ पे हमने देखा ईस्टर्न घाट्स में क्या है, बहुत सारे वैलीज़ है, लेकिन ईस्टर्न घाट में क्या है, वेस्टर्न घाट में क्या है, कंटिन्यूस रेंजेस है. देयर आर नो such a valleys where there can found. Since the western ghats are higher, they receive more rainfall. वेस्टर्न घाट बहुत हायर है, हाइट में ज़्यादा है ईस्टर्न घाट से, सो इट्स हैविंग द मोर रेनफॉल देयर विच लीड्स टू मोर वेजिटेशन. रेनफॉल की वजह से क्या है, वेजिटेशन ज़्यादा है, मतलब बहुत सारे ट्रीज ग्रो होते हैं उधर, ज़्यादा ट्रीज है, जंगल है, बहुत सारे फॉरेस्ट है. कहाँ पे, वेस्टर्न घाट्स में. ओके, सो बोथ द घाट्स मीट एट नीलगिरी माउंटेन्स. दोनों घाट कहाँ पे मिलते हैं, नीलगिरी माउंटेन्स. नीलगिरी माउंटेन्स कहाँ पे है, हमने देखा था यहाँ पे, मैंने बताया था आपको. नीलगिरी माउंटेन्स आर इन द साउथ इंडिया. तो ये ईस्ट से एंड वेस्ट से आकर किधर मिलते हैं, साउथ में मिलते हैं, जहाँ पे नीलगिरी माउंटेन्स है. तो आपको डिफरेंस समझ में आ गया होगा. ईस्टर्न घाट हैविंग द lot of valleys are there because of these rivers महानंदी, गोदावरी, कृष्णा एंड कावेरी. उनकी वजह से बहुत सारे वैलीज है वहाँ पे. But western ghats having the continuous ranges, there are not a lot of valleys like the eastern ghats. Western ghats are the higher, so that's why we know that at a higher points rainfall get they receive the more rainfall than the eastern ghat. Okay, so because of rainfall, what is there, vegetation is there, means lot of forests are there, lot of trees are there. तो both घाट्स meets at नीलगिरी माउंटेन्स. ये ईस्टर्न से आता है, ये वेस्टर्न से आता है, और कहाँ पे मिलता है, यस, एट द साउथ पार्ट, दैट इज नीलगिरी माउंटेन्स पे मिलता है. ओके, सो रेंजेस माउंट विच लाई टू द ईस्ट वेस्ट ऑफ द डेक्कन प्लेटू. मैंने प्लेटू क्या बताया था, हमने पढ़ा है प्लेटू. एट द एजेस ऑफ द प्लेटूज माउंटेन और हिल रेंजेस वेयर देयर. सो इन दो माउंटेन्स के रेंजेस के बीच में क्या है, डेक्कन प्लेटू है, ईस्ट वेस्ट से. सो ऑल महाराष्ट्र हैविंग सम पार्ट ऑफ दिस डेक्कन प्लेटू. द सदर्न प्लेटू वी हैव टू आई एम सॉरी, southern plateau. The southern part of India is triangular in shape. We have seen it is the southern part. I'll show you. It is almost triangular in shape. It is almost triangular in shape. Eastern देखा हमने, eastern western ghats. Now southern plateaus are here. The southern part of India is triangular in shape. The land here is very rough. तो यहाँ का लैंड कैसा है, रफ है, बिल्कुल भी सॉफ्ट नहीं है, फ्लैट नहीं है. इट वॉज अ वेरी रफ. द सदर्न प्लेटू ऑक्युपाइज द लार्जेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया. ये जो ट्रायंगुलर शेप है वो सबसे ज़्यादा ज़मीन वाला पोर्शन किसने कवर किया है, सदर्न प्लेटू ने किया है. ओके, सो इट इज़ सराउंडेड बाय द वेस्टर्न एंड ईस्टर्न घाट्स and extends to Kanyakumari. The southernmost tip of India, Kanyakumari is the southernmost tip of India. क्या बताया, it is surrounded by the western and eastern ghats. See here, and it extends towards the Kanyakumari. I'll show you from here. From eastern and western ghats come together here. दिस सराउंड, ये जो बिटवीन का पार्ट है वो क्या है, प्लेटूज है, ये प्लेटू है. तो ये मोस्ट ऑफ द पार्ट हैज़ कवर्ड बाय द प्लेटू. विच वन, सदर्न पार्ट. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट, द साउथ मोस्ट टीप ऑफ इंडिया इज द कन्याकुमारी. सबसे एंड वाला पार्ट कौन सा है, कन्याकुमारी. द सदर्न प्लेटू इज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू पार्ट्स, सेंट्रल हाईलैंड्स in the north and Deccan Plateau in the south. तो ये सदर्न प्लेटू किस में डिवाइड है, टू पार्ट्स में है, सेंट्रल हाईलैंड्स इन द नॉर्थ एंड डेक्कन प्लेटू इन द साउथ. The southern plateau region is not very fertile as the river dry up in summers. What is this? What is the reason behind it? It was not a very fertile because these rivers which are present here at the southern part, they got dry up in the summers और when the rainfall is poor. यहाँ पे कभी रेनफॉल हेवी होता है, कभी पुअर होता है. इसकी वजह से क्या है, ये रीजन ज़्यादा फर्टाइल नहीं है. Thick forest covered some parts of plateau. The plateau region has a rich deposits of minerals. जैसे कि मध्य प्रदेश पता है, महाराष्ट्र का कुछ पोर्शन पता है, वहाँ पे बॉक्साइट के माइनिंग्स है या सिल्वर ये मिलता है यहाँ पे. तो ये क्या है, प्लेटू रीजन इज रिच डिपॉजिट ऑफ मिनरल्स. तो मिनरल्स ज़्यादा मिलते हैं. थिक फॉरेस्ट कवर्ड द सम पार्ट्स ऑफ प्लेटू, नॉट ऑल पार्ट ऑफ प्लेटू. अंडरस्टूड. सो दिस इज द पार्ट ऑफ द सदर्न प्लेटू. नाउ नेक्स्ट वन, द ग्रेट इंडियन डेजर्ट. एज वी नो डेजर्ट्स में these are the sand covered land is called as desert. The northwest part of India is is covered with sand. Northwest part of India is covered with sand. It is very dry land with very little rainfall. जैसे कि हमने पढ़ा है डेजर्ट के पोर्शन में क्या होता है, एक तो लैंड कवर्ड एरिया होता, सैंड कवर्ड किया होता है लैंड पर और बहुत ही थोड़ा रेनफॉल होता है. इट इज़ वेरी हॉट एंड फ्यू ट्रीज ग्रोज हियर. We know that it is very hot, there is a no rainfall area, so moisture it has not contained by that sand, so crops cannot grow properly. Very few crops or trees will grow there. This area is also called the Great Indian Desert और थार डेजर्ट. जो हमारे यहाँ का ग्रेट इंडियन डेजर्ट है और उसे थार डेजर्ट भी कहा जाता है. इट कवर्स अ लार्ज पार्ट ऑफ राजस्थान. राजस्थान का सबसे ज़्यादा पार्ट इसने कवर किया है. किसने? थार डेजर्ट ने. मेनी वैरायटीज ऑफ कैक्टी एंड डेट पाम ट्रीज आर फाउंड इन दिस डेजर्ट रीजन. The camel is the most important animal as it is used for carrying people and goods. It is called the sheep of desert. The life of the people living in this area is very difficult. Student, we know that if we have to live very good or sound life, if we need, then we need the all things, means crops, then means food, proper food, then proper climatic condition, we need that. But in the then proper rainfall also we need it. But in the desert there are lacking of these all things, means a few very little rainfall is there. It is very hot almost all the time. It was very hot. Then it has a sand covered portion. It has no soil properly, and there were no any trees can grow. So how they can get the financially stable? So they are using their camels for the traveling or carrying people and goods from here to there. It is called the sheep of desert. जैसे ये sheep ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का काम करता है, वैसे ये जो sheep है कैमल, ये ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का काम कहाँ पे करता है? राजस्थान में करता है. So people living in this area is a very difficult life, is very difficult to them. Okay, next. The Iceland. An Iceland is a piece of land surrounded by water on all sides. Look at the map, then you will understand. Map of India. On the first page of this lesson, I'll show you. Towards the eastern side, you will find small land masses surrounded by water. These are the groups of Iceland called as Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The they lie in the Bay of Bengal. Similarly, you will find another island group towards the western side of the map of India called as Lakshadweep. They lie in the Arabian Sea. Besides having a variety of landform, India experiences difference in climate. Mountain regions are cool throughout the year, while in plains, summer are too hot and winters are very cold. The climate in the coastal areas is mild. It is neither very hot or very cold. The climate of desert is very hot and dry throughout the year. Which we see here, that is in the map. Where are the islands? Islands means these are the land masses which has surrounded by the water. Let's see in this map. Here in the Bay of Bengal, we will see here some surrounding masses, Andaman and Nicobar, and next here, that is the in Arabian Sea, Lakshadweep. These are the islands. Okay, so here a lesson has over. You should read the lesson, and if any difficulties are there, you should send me on my WhatsApp.